Lathril isn't just a commander. She's a baddie. But even certified baddies need their upgrades from time to time. So today, that is exactly what we're going to be doing, is upgrading my Lathril Blade of the Elves, otherwise known as Baddie of the Elves, commander deck. And what perfect timing to be upgrading it with the release of Lorwyn Eclipsed, a spectacular realm filled with Golgari elves, ripe for the taking. I'm making over 10 Ruthless cuts to this deck to make it bigger and badder than before. Our first cut from this deck will be Wildheart Invoker. She gotta go. The main reason being that 4 mana to cast it, and all her ability is an 8 mana cost. Target creature gets +5/+5 and gains trample until end of turn. Now that's great if we're building a Voltron deck, but we want to go wide with our elves so we can tap them all and get that life drain from Lathril. So it's really good if you're building like a Voltron-y elf deck, but we're not doing that. So this, gotta go. What we're replacing it with will be Champions of the Perfect. Now, as an additional cost to cast this spell, behold an elf or exile it. Should be pretty easy to pull off considering this is a tribal deck. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, return the exiled card to its owner's hand. Card draw was really lacking in this deck, so I feel like this is really good. You could potentially exile a token. There's lots you could do here. Easy peasy. We can afford this. Swap number 2, Grapher's Guide. Why? Because trample isn't our problem. Board presence is what we're after. So the upgrade we're making is Morkant's Loyalist. Other elves you control get +1/+1. When this creature dies, return another target elf card from your graveyard to your hand. It's just better synergy. The next card we're getting rid of is Elfsworn Giant. This card is
way too slow
for our deck. Way too slow. We want to be explosive. This is giving
sloth vibes,
not elf vibes. So our upgrade will be Chronicle of Victory. A huge upgrade. As Chronicle of Victory enters, choose a creature type. We are clearly going to choose elves. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +2/+2, have first strike and trample. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, draw a card. So that's that extra card draw again that we were looking for. Plus it buffs all the elves that we have for similar mana. Next on our cull list, and this was a hard decision to make, Badgermole Cub. Now we only recently put this in the deck. The main reason being, whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional forest. It's a fantastic card, a really good card, but it's not on our tribe and it's not specific to what we're doing. So what we'll be swapping it out with is something on tribe, Eclipsed Elf. Eclipsed Elf, when this creature enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an elf, swamp, or forest card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Eclipsed Elf will scale with our game plan and is actually relevant when we need bodies on the floor. It just works better. Next was an easy cut to make, which I should have made a long time ago. Blanchwood Armor. This works better in a mono green deck, but we're running swamps as well as forests in this deck. So it's just never going to be as strong as it needs to be. So we're going to put in a top tier mythic for this deck, an artifact, Door of Destinies. As this artifact enters, choose a creature type. We will clearly be choosing elf. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen type, put a charge counter on this artifact. Creatures you control of the chosen type get a 1/1 for each charge counter on this artifact. That's a win con right there. It should be a game changer. It's not officially a game changer, I don't think. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. But that is insane. That's a win con. I'm gonna go looking for that card if I can. Up next, we have Preposterous Proportion, a really fun card. It's super cute with the little squirrels on it. Creatures you control get +10/+10 and gain vigilance until end of turn. It's not that great in a sense that a lot of my creatures can be chump blocked by it. Not to mention that it costs 7 mana. So we're only really using this for one purpose late game. So we've swapped it out for something that's slightly cheaper, 6 mana, and we've gone for Tristan's Command. Choose 2. Create a token that's a copy of target elf you control. Return 1 or 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Creatures target player controls get +3/+3 until end of turn. Untap them. That last one, I think we're going to be using 90% of the time. Being able to tap them, do the life drain, untap them, and then move to combat. Amazing. And they're stronger on top of that. I will be using that nearly every time. The next swap we're going to make were just not ruthless, easy decisions. We'll be swapping out a basic forest land for Overgrown Tomb, a shock land. As this land enters, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tap. Being able to get a dual land out without having it enter tap by paying life, 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Make that swap easy peasy every time. Another basic land getting swapped out for Eclipsed Realm. Eclipsed Realm is very nice for a tribal deck for elves. As this land enters, choose Elemental, Elf, Fairy, Giant, Goblin, Kithkin, Merfolk, or Treefolk. Add 1 colorless mana. Tap and add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a spell of the chosen type or activate an ability of a source of the chosen type. Chef's kiss, we love. Better than a basic land any day. The next card we made was Elvish Aberration. Now this is a really strong card in a sense that you can tap it for 3 forests. Really strong. But it's a bit expensive. It costs 6 mana to cast. If we've already got 6 mana, do we really need the extra tap for 3 mana? Probably not. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap it out for Lys Alana Dignitary. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold an elf or pay 2. Add 2 green mana. Activate only if there is an elf card in your graveyard. This is going to be easier to pay. It's going to get us in early, and with a lot of the black and green cards in our deck already, we are likely to get an elf in our graveyard somewhat early. It's okay. It'll happen, but at least we can benefit from it. We've got 2 to go. The second last card that I made to this deck was Infestation Sage. It's a 1-cost elf warlock that turns into an insect when it dies. It is really good in a pinch and early game, but for how often I'm likely to see it early game, not worth keeping around. What is worth keeping around though is what I've put in, which is an artifact equipment called Mirrormind Crown. As long as this equipment is attached to a creature, the first time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn, you may instead create that many tokens that are copy of equipped creature. Very strong. I might take this out eventually and swap it for something else because it would also go really well with any deck that's running things like Heir Apparent, and I do have a rabbit deck that I run Heir Apparent in, so this could potentially leave this deck to go in another deck, but for now I want to try it out in this one and see how it plays. And last, and certainly not least, was the most ruthless cut I had to make, which was to remove Sanguine Bond. I know, but it's off tribe. It doesn't add to the board, and it relies on other cards to do anything. I want my cards to do things without the need of other cards. Synergy's good, but if I rely wholly on having other things on the board for this to work, it's not the best card. So I am going to take it out. I know it's crazy, but don't worry. My upgrade, Tristan Callous Cultivator. He has Death Touch. Whenever this creature enters or transforms into Tristan Callous Cultivator, mill 3 cards. Then, if there is an elf card in your graveyard, you gain 2 life. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 swamp mana. If you do, transform Tristan. So then we transform it. Transform Tristan, Penittent Color, Death Touch. Whenever this creature transforms into Tristan, Penittent Color, mill 3 cards, then you may exile an elf card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses 2 life. At the beginning of your first main phase, you may pay 1 forest mana. If you do, transform Tristan. And thus the cycle repeats. The control you have on deciding on whether or not you pay that mana to use that ability of transforming him is what makes this card so OP. It really depends on what you have in your hand. From the deck that I have, are we bringing things back from the graveyard? If we have stuff to be able to do that, let's mill a bunch of cards. Let's mill them all and Realm of Darkness this and get everyone's graveyards, you know? There's so much you can do. Good card. Good card. Also good card, Sanguine Bond. Not as good. Not as good as this card. So you can see what I've done here. But I understand some people in the comments will be unhappy about this. I know. The dream, okay? There's one card that I would like to get rid of still that I'm holding on to in my deck, and it's Thunderous Debut. And the reason I'm holding on to it is because I'm going to swap it out in hopes that I'm going to pull. I will pull high perfect Morkant. I swear I'll pull her. I need my elf mommy. She would be perfect for this deck. She would be my alternate commander. She would give me life into this deck when I'm feeling a bit sick of Lathril Baddie of the Elves. I know, my baby. How could I ever be sick of you? But on the odd occasion that I am sick of my sweet baby Lathril, I can play high perfect Morkant. I want her so badly. If you pull one, tell me about it in the comments. Tell me how you did it. What did you do? Did you kiss the pack for luck? I'll do anything. I really, really want one. So, our Lathril is leaner, meaner, and ready to drain this table of life. I'm coming for you, pod. Question for chat, question for you all. Was cutting Sanguine Bond worth it? I still have some teensy-weensy anxieties about doing that. I'm gonna put my whole deck list in the bio description of this video. If there's something else in there that I should have cut instead of what I did cut, it's not too late to tell me. Let me know before I make a fool of myself in front of my pod. That would be great. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed listening to the chaos that is me trying to build decks and deck teching, and you found any of this helpful or hilarious, please like, subscribe, or comment on this video. All of that really helps the engagement and helps me grow. I am still a baby channel here. It would be amazing if you guys could give me some support. I'm Honey Ducky. I'm out of mana. Passing for turn. Bye guys, thank you so much. Have fun playing with all those elves.